Hey everyone, I've got a fun one here for you today. We are going to go ahead and compare the 20-year differences in these two-door Wranglers. Just to keep in mind, these differences are mostly modernized technology. But let's go ahead and check it out. First up, let me go ahead and tell you about them. The one to the left-hand side is the 2001 Jeep Wrangler two-door that you can go ahead and see that is older, has the top off, everything like that. But if we go ahead and take a look over the right, this one is the 2021 Jeep Wrangler Sport S 80th Anniversary 4x4 with an Alpine Sound Edition. First up, if we go ahead and compare the keys, you can go ahead and see that this newer Jeep has lock and unlock, remote start, and of course, an alert system. You got a physical key to go ahead and lock up your center console, but go ahead and take a look at the older Jeep. You can go ahead and see that you just have a physical key, so you can go ahead and have access to the door, locking it manually. So first main difference that you'll notice when getting into the Jeeps is the steering wheel. So this one right here, you have your horn, but there's some things that are missing that you would normally see in a newer vehicle these days. And your hazard lights are located above the steering wheel. So let's go ahead and check out the newer Jeep and what that has to offer. So going ahead and opening up the door and taking a look inside this Jeep, you have cruise control settings, hands-free calling, as well as of course your main menu for your instrumental panel. You got volume, tune, everything with your radio, and then your hazard lights are located in the middle. Overall, that's the gist for the steering wheels. The second main thing that you'll notice is the gear shifts here. So you can go ahead and see you have that regular gear shift and four-wheel drive mode, but you have that auto manual mode for switching it up. But if we go ahead and take a look at the 2001 Wrangler, you'll notice something a little different. You can go ahead and notice that this is a 4-speed manual, as well as your all-wheel drive is a little bit different of a lever rather than a gear shift. But you go ahead and notice that difference. Yes, Jeep Wranglers can come in manual as well, but that is a difference in this 2001 to 2021. Another option is you have your climate controls here. Super simple, super basic. You actually do not have AC in the 2001, but if we go ahead and hop over to the 2021, you go ahead and see your climate controls up here, as well as you can go ahead and start up the vehicle and access it up on the screen. So nice and convenient, you can go ahead and access all of those things, and you can go ahead and have that dual temperature from the driver to passenger, different air temperatures. The next difference would be your windows. In the middle here, you can go ahead and put up and down those windows, automatic window controls. Nice and simple, and of course it's put in the middle so you can go ahead and take off those doors and have no electrical problems. But if we go ahead and check out the 2001, it's crank windows. Yup, you do not have any automatic windows over here. Go ahead and crank those up and down to go ahead and access that, as well as it is for the passenger. A big difference with these Wranglers is the backup camera. If you go ahead and check out back here on the spare tire, you have a nice backup camera that pops up on the touchscreen display. But if you go ahead and take a look at the 01 Wrangler, you do not have that option. The next difference is the grab bar. So for this 2021, you have a nice Wrangler grab bar and you don't normally use it. But for this 01 Wrangler, you're gonna use it. Obviously a smaller and different kind of grab bar, but overall the same meaning. The next difference you wouldn't always notice, but the lock and unlock as well as mirror controls. Mirror controls, you gotta move it yourself. Lock and lock, you gotta do it yourself as well. But if we go ahead and take a look at the 2021, you can go ahead and see that you have automatic mirror controls here, so you can go ahead and move that with ease. And of course you have that automatic lock and unlock as well as the key fob. Like I mentioned previously, the backup camera right here, nice clear backup camera on the touchscreen display. And don't forget, doing that manually means that you have to crawl across the passenger seat to go ahead and lock that up if you want. With the key thing that I mentioned in the beginning, of course, you just have your regular key fob for this Jeep. Go ahead and start it up, and then to go ahead and take the key out, you have a little bit of a unique way to go ahead and pull it out. Press the button behind it, just that older safety style. Taking a look at the radios here, you have a aftermarket radio put in. You got Bluetooth audio, but overall FM, AM radio, and you gotta use aux. But don't worry, you got that plus of a CD player. But let's go ahead and check out the radio in the 2021 Wrangler. First up, you got that engine start-stop button. Go ahead and start it up nice and simple. And then your touchscreen display, you have plenty of options like Bluetooth audio, connecting a phone, using hands-free calling and voice commands, settings, climate, and of course you got that backup camera and navigation. You can go ahead and access plenty of things up on the screen, download apps, things within it, as well as of course your climate controls. In this video, you notice tons of differences and of course similarities too, but you can go ahead and notice that this is an 80th edition. Jeep went ahead and celebrated their 80th anniversary in 2020, but Jeep is an iconic brand and the Jeep Wrangler is among the most popular models. Overall, a fun and lovable vehicle and filled with history. But I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to text or call 717-733-8985, or you can always stop in for a visit. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye!